Hey everyone, this is Lucid. Welcome back. We're about to hop back into A Wrinkle in Time. I think we're on episode 5 now, and it is turn 15. We had finished expansion mostly last turn. We had claimed a few thrones. I think I have another throne battle this turn, which I'll go ahead and start the episode out with. It's not a throne battle. This is where the knights were coming to attack me. In my throne province. The turn I took it, there was an event that said knights are going to attack shortly. So, we get to watch that. I've got my guys stationed behind my PD. And so the PD are going to soak up all the lance charges, which usually do a fair amount of damage. High attack piercing damage. And we shouldn't take too many losses here. Seems we got a lucky morale check, and they all routed. That was pretty lucky. It normally would have gone on longer. We also found some magic sites, and we finished researching conjuration. So magic sites, we found some death sites. I can definitely make use of death gems. One of the things I can do with them is turn these guys into white mages with Twiceborn. It's good for several reasons. One is it gets rid of my map move 1 penalty, so these guys become more mobile, which is important later in the game when I don't have slow map move troops. I actually have map move 3 statues, and so they can keep up with them, which is good. And so any nation you have, you really want to find ways to get around being map move 1. The other thing it does is it gets rid of cold-blooded and gets rid of some of my high base encumbrance. So that will definitely make these guys stronger mages. I lose a little bit of HP, but it's fine. I also lose Siege, Fortune Teller, and Inspirational. So Fortune Teller's nice, especially if you're in a high-income province, but yeah, it's pretty good. You also get rid of their upkeep, which is 150 gold a year. So for 10 death gems, you're essentially getting 150 gold a year, plus a slightly better chassis. So, the other thing I can use it for is, you can see I hit Conjuration 2, I'm running up Conjuration 5, but you can also use it for Summon Shades, which are normally a pretty mediocre troop, but underground or in caves, they're quite good. They get Dark Power, and they have an armor negating attack, which would absolutely destroy Ashdod if he decided to come underground. So like having a bunch of shades in this province would be very, very good as a defense mechanism. It would also be good if I need to defend this against like Yis's Knights or someone else. Would not be very good against Vanrus, so I'd have to use something else. But anyway, plenty of ways to use those gems. We also found a gorge, so more earth income, which I'm certainly amenable to. We had some events. The knights attacked, we gained an enchanted spear, and we got 10 PD in our throne province, and I had already had PD there, so that bumped me up to 21, which is quite nice. Anything else? I think that's about it for the events for this turn. This army is coming down here. Turn after, it will move into this province, and I will be moving probably my big cap army out. I was going to move them out this turn, but then I might as well spend one more turn researching. They're going to move here, then they're going to come up, and we're going to take this throne. Hopefully that's a good throne. If we look at all the thrones in the game, if it was one of the level 2s, that would be nice. It's not the Throne of Fortune, so it would potentially be the Throne of Bureaucracy. The brass throne would be really good. Throne of Night would be good just so that my enemy doesn't have it. Throne of Winter would probably be the best. I love the Throne of Winter. You get, first of all, it would get rid of one of my heat scales, which would be nice. And then it also spawns a bunch of cold income generating sites nearby. So I would not mind having that. Anything else to take note of? Don't think so. I think that's about it for this turn. We're basically preparing to attack here. We'll be marshaling the troops. I don't know exactly why, but we're going to have them here just in case. This fortress finished building. I'm going to build some of these guys. I think I want to have about 20 of them in each of my fort, and that will give me a lot more mileage when defending it. Because 20 of these guys, they have high strength, which is important when you're defending forts. Plus, they have a castle defense bonus of 1. So 20 of these guys will be, I think, around the equivalent of 30-ish normal... I mean, not 30, 60-ish normal dudes. And then given that I have pretty good forts anyway, they're not like palisades or something like that, it would take a sizable army to get through. And aside from Pangaea, who I don't border, nobody, like, Ashdod's not going to have big armies. Vaneris isn't going to have particularly big armies. So having 20 of these dudes in here will make it very difficult to take any forts I have. Which, they're high resources, so you have to kind of do it ahead of time. And, you know, you're going to pay some upkeep for it, but it's a safety measure. It allows me to not be backstabbed quickly. So we're going to go ahead and pull up turn 16 now. We have a message from Ulm. Oh, let me go back. I didn't do diplomacy. So for diplomacy, I sent a message to Vaneris saying, scouting Pangaea, he looks pretty big, damn big. Did you find his cap? And I sent the same thing to Ashdod, but asking if he has a full northern border with him. So turn 16, we have a message from Ulm. Greetings, Oracle. We're glad our trade went through. Unfortunately, it was more a gesture of goodwill. We have enough gold. Well, okay, you never have enough, but we have a sufficient amount, so for the future trades we would need gems in exchange. Thank you for the info on Ashdod's cap. We did know. We are pretty worried right now. We have 16 provinces. We know of 16 provinces and suspect 2 or 3 more. Ashdod's looking pretty big to both of us. Actually, I'll just mention a side commentary. So right now he's saying he feels cornered like a rat. His messages are kind of hard to read. A message from Shiniyama. Apologies for not replying last turn. Doing these back to back late at night, and it was in a rush. To answer your question, overall, it's not going too bad. I've met several people and have mostly been peaceful. Although Nazca may not be long for this world. Pangaea is eating them up. It turns out N9 Nazcans lose out to Pangaean Centaurs this game. Yeah, that's not surprising. Had a bad event here. We lost a bunch of population. It was like half of my population. That's crazy. Huh. Anything else to take note of? Oh, the other thing, I get Amber Clan Mage here, which are going to be really good for underwater expansion. They're Water 2, and then they have a random at Fire or Nature. And the water nature ones are pretty good because that will be my only access to certain water nature cross paths. You know, like Clam of Pearls and things like that. So I definitely want one of those if I can luck into it. Did I go through my events? I did. Okay. Oh, I think I caught a scout too. Yeah. Okay. So, we're still getting oracles, we're getting more shard guard, we're sending this army up here. So, as I said, we're going to merge armies here. This army's going to come up, we're going to take this throne out. Aside from that, this guy is coming back here to pick this up. I'd had this guy here and then I dropped off this army and sent him back because I'm going to have him go ahead and start building a fortress. Convinced that I want to get the Wolf Tribe Shaman out pretty damn quickly. And I'm recruiting a Pale One captain here. He's going to come down and take over fortress construction duty so that this guy can build a lab and a temple. This nation, they're not weak early, but you really need a fair amount of research. I want to get Conjuration 5 so that if I get in an early war, I have a lot of different options. And then I really want to get high-end enchantment pretty damn quickly. And then I'll also need some construction along the way. So, anyway, kind of backing out, this is an okay expansion. I I'm kind of poor. You would normally want more total income than I have, but beggars can't be choosers. And it's not going to go up that much. I've got Death Dominion. Take a look at score graphs real quick. Provinces, you can see it's been marching up pretty steady. Forts, starting to get, well, I have one extra fort. Income, we took a bit of a hit last turn. Gem income, we've done an okay job site searching. I'm probably, well, let's go through provinces. I'm probably middle of the pack. Income, I'm probably middle bottom of the pack. I'm probably like, out of, we have 10 players. I'm probably like position 4 or 3 in terms of income. Probably not very good. The thing is, Nazca and Ulm are getting beat up, so they're definitely probably the lowest right now. Gym income, I'm probably towards the top. I'm probably like position, I'm probably like the 3rd best or something. Research has started to go up for me, but I'm probably not the top, but I'm definitely not the top. I'm probably middle of the pack for research. Dominion's fine, army size, that doesn't really matter right now. So anyway, those are the score graphs. So that's it. I'm going to kind of go through the next few turns pretty quickly because not too much is happening at the moment. So we have a message from Ashdod. He only has a small foothold in the south, but he is very big. He's fighting Nazca too. Jotunheim's also on the north side, but he's attacking Ulm. I have a nap with Pan, but I can cancel it if you want to fight him together. So I'm probably going to reply and tell him that I can't fight him because I don't have a border with him. But we find an Earthblood Seepage here, which is actually really good. Earthblood Seepages are Earth 2, so they give me 2 Earth Gems, which I can definitely make use of. We had another death event, and we found a magic site here, a copper mine, so 20 more gold. Most welcome addition. This army is moving up. In terms of research, we are going full speed ahead. We've got some death too, which actually are kind of one of my favorite varieties of these guys. With the Skull Staff, they can be Earth 3, Death 3, which opens up some pretty cool stuff. Yeah, I think I'm also, who's moving? So this guy's moving out this way. He's going to kind of come be the captain of this northern army. And then he's also going to go claim this throne. The other thing I'm doing is I'm going to start blood hunting this province, and I'm patrolling it. I kind of started last turn, but I'm recruiting a bunch of scouts, which are the cheapest usual blood hunters. I've got 2 scout provinces next to each other, so I can get them pretty quickly. Keeping these guys patrolling to keep unrest kind of down. But, you know, if you remember, I had that Blood Slave event where I got a bunch of blood slaves. So I'm going to go ahead and commit to trying to get my blood economy going, which is very difficult to do. It's going to cost me a fair amount of effective gold, both in terms of the scouts I have to hire, and then also in terms of the unrest I'm going to cause. But I do want to get access to bloodstones, and then if the game goes really late, it'll give me access to potential, you know, vampires or something like that. But yeah. So that is about it for this turn. I'm going to kind of skip forward. We'll go to turn 18. Probably not too much is going to happen. We have a message from... Oh, wait, 1 second. I need to do my diplomacy on 17. So, I sent some fire gems to Ulm to help keep him alive. I sent him a message, here you go brother, pay when you can if you can. So I'm trying to keep Ulm in the game. I don't really want Ashdod to run over him, because Ashdod's quite big. So if Ashdod eats Ulm very quickly, it could be very bad for me as a neighbor. So, I said it's more, this is a message to Ashdod. I said it's more like he's sieging Nazca's cap in another fort. He's totally eaten Nazca. I can't fight him yet, but you probably can start thinking about how to deal with Pan. And then Vanarus, I say that his cap is on the island, it's 189, talking about Pan's cap. I have finally scouted it, and then I say the reason I can't fight him yet is I'm not his neighbor. I'll have to wait patiently until he eats one of my neighbors. Talking to Ashdod. So, anyway, there's Pan's cat, by the way. So that's diplomacy. Let's hop into turn 18. So we have a message from Ulm. Really, Pangaea huge. Pangaea controls around 14 provinces of the Central Island. Ashdod has at least 17 now, plus 3. They've already attacked us. Their sacreds are tanks, and to make it worse, Lek was on all their side in the battle. They killed 45 of the finest Ulmish infantry and the same amount of auxiliaries and 20 PD, and only lost 3 out of 30 sacreds. Luck for them continued, and our citadel has already been badly damaged in the first month of siege. Yeah, so Ulm is upset about being attacked by 2 people, as is normal, and this is pretty normal diplomacy. If you're getting attacked by 2 people, you usually do want to let everybody know, hey, if you don't come to my aid now, you're going to be fighting bigger, nastier neighbors as soon as I fall. And I could attack Ashdod. I kind of have I'm actually not that worried about Ashdod. Yeah. Anyway, we'll talk about diplomacy in a second. But I find 2 more sites, a hidden gem deposit and a mineral cave, so even more gold sites. It was very good. More gold, more minerals. All these gold sites have made such a huge difference to my income. It's probably at least 400 out of my 1,200 income. It's a really big deal. We found another magic site, a smolderstone. That's going to give me some fire income. There was a battle here. I think I'm pinging the throne. So we're going to see what's inside here. Okay, it looks like we've got skelly spammers. 1 skelly spammer, 2 skelly spammers, and then these guys who do not look like they're going to be doing too much. Plus a lot of heavy cav. That'll be a big battle. Might take some losses there. We had some events. We got an enchanted ringmail, got some earth gems, and then we got more province income in our capital. Quite nice. Research and conjuration ramping up some, so that's quite nice. We've got this center going. We have switched this guy to building a fortress. We've switched this guy to building a temple, and he will build a lab after the following turn. And then after that, we can send some of these shamans around to go site searching, and then we can convert this fully into a research center. So that is the plan. Meanwhile, this army is going to come probably just sit up here and look threatening. Having like having a big army on your neighbor's border makes it look like you're going to attack them. Having a smaller, medium one kind of just shows that you have troops. So we've got a big battle here next turn. We'll see how that goes. Let's look at my script. I've got these guys on hold and attack closest in a line. I've got these guys. Probably should have put a bigger swath up at the top. So I put these guys up at the top. I did put these guys right here, the statues, because I'm probably going to have some losses as the heavy cavalry comes and hits the top of my formation. So these guys hopefully will fill in for the losses, and then hopefully this group at the bottom will kind of pinch in and hit the cavalry from the other side. That's the idea. Anyway, we'll see if that works. And let's go ahead and check my diplomacy real quick. I sent a message to Ulm saying that I can't go to war with Ashdod. 2v1 is going to be really hard for you early, so I'm not sure that I can save you. You might be able to convince Vanaris to join, except that he's fighting Shinayama. Maybe Yis could help you. Message me in Steam and I might be able to help you come up with a strat to defend yourself. Perhaps ethereal crossbows versus elite giants. Not sure what research or paths you have, but your vanilla troops are going to be in deep trouble versus those 2 nasties. So that is that turn. I think I think that's going to actually be it for this episode. Thanks everyone for watching, and I'll catch you guys next time.